It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. You look at this Eagle defense.
They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go, here we go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
The Cowboys had 5 and 6 to start play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
On play action, they'll throw out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
These two teams have met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys 39. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here just past the 25.
But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Devin White in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. from the gun. He'll hand this off.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle. $3-0 after one on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 10.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there.
With his 13th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles have taken the lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it. Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Micah Parsons,
the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Now back to throw.
That's going to be caught. It's the rookie from Clemson. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
He sets to fire deep. And this is going to be intercepted. picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
The Cowboys take over.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Yeah, they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Jalen Carter in on that tackle. Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 42-yard line.
He'll drop to throw.
On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the Eagles' 44-yard line.
They'll set up a throw.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. Down the left sideline.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point.
And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think if this helps or hurts their momentum.
But ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
73.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They go play action with Hurts.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 24 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Hurts.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
63.
Here's Hurts to throw.
This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. 26 yards.
And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Well, now they'll try the end around. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Great.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Trying to lay one up deep. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football back at their own 17. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And how about that for just running out the clock? And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. 33 yards as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Quickly into the hands of Neighbors off the RPO. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
A huge play there on the screen pass. 47 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
On a jet sweep, here's Neighbors.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll drop to throw.
That is caught. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Let's go now. Go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Eagles are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw here. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. And an Eagle first down.
Great. Set. Crown left Yanni.
They're going to look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Chase Young.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
63.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber?
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 8. They'll set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The offense on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. On play action, they'll throw. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. CD Lamb, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Here's a handoff out of the gun. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Flushed out right. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Well, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
And across the midfield, Str8 into Eagle territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Nolan Smith picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
He's passed. And now here's another interception.
It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
96 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Back to throw now on first down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Cowboys are right back. Football game.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. They'll try and sneak it here.
And he will have a Cowboys first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Devin White in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of every...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Eagles are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
First down, Eagles.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Willis.
And it's caught.
And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
To throw, here's Willis.
On the move to his left. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.